Excellency, for your kind words, and for also hosting this evening's gathering of quite extraordinary New Zealanders. Tēnā koutou katoa. Hopefully I got that right. My family has always enjoyed very strong links with New Zealand. These links are of course central to the constitution of this nation, but they go much deeper than that. They are built on a profound personal fondness for this captivating country and its charming, talented people. I've heard so many wonderful things about the Kiwis from the Queen, from my father, and more recently from my brother and sister-in-law following their time here with George last year. I can't believe it's taken me over 30 years to get here, but I am delighted that I finally made it. Without sounding like some sort of explorer. Failed explorer. As a passionate rugby fan, I've always wanted to know how you can be so damn good with such a small population. But don't worry, I'm not here to spy on you. I come in peace, despite what people think. But we are here this evening to honour you, the emergency services and other organisations which work both at home and overseas to support those in need at times of crisis. It is a great privilege for me to be here in your company this evening and to recognise your work, often in great personal danger, for the benefit and security of fellow New Zealanders, as we have seen in the Wellington region over the last couple of days, and also those further afield in such places as Vanuatu and most recently Nepal. As I mentioned, I've heard many fantastic things about New Zealand from my family, but my brother William has also told me some heart-wrenching stories following his visit to Christchurch to see the devastation from the earthquakes in 2011 and the Pike River mining disaster. I, for myself, saw the scars that Christchurch still bears 4 years on from the quakes. In spite of the horror of these disasters, the courage and resilience of those affected, and the solidarity and bravery amongst those working to support the community was striking. New Zealanders are rightly proud of their high esteem in which they are held by the rest of the world, but not least by everybody in the UK. I believe this respect is founded on the strength of character and spirit which ties all New Zealanders together. Characteristics which are exemplified by the emergency services and volunteer organisations represented here this evening. Earlier this week, I was fortunate enough to meet with Sam Johnson and the other founding members of the University of Canterbury Student Volunteer Army, who mobilised over 9,000 students to support the emergency relief efforts following the Christchurch earthquakes. The spirit which motivated Sam and his contemporaries to tackle the challenges head-on following the disaster was seen by the world as characteristically Kiwi. However, such heart can only go so far. There is surely nothing more challenging for an individual, a family, community, city or nation than to have normal life replaced by the horror of a natural disaster. In such circumstances, a community and its people must be supported by trained professionals able to preserve life, provide basic needs, shelter, food and water, and work toward a longer-term recovery. Mercifully, national emergencies do not happen every day, but as we all know, the support provided by the emergency services are called upon many times each day, whether it's to find the lost walker, rescue a distressed swimmer, or provide support to the elderly and infirm. The existence of the organisations that you represent give us the confidence to live without fear, in the knowledge that if the need arises, there are those who are willing and able to help or support, no matter what the circumstances. Such skills are not easy to acquire, I know that, and they take many years to achieve, and often a lifetime to perfect. Once acquired, they must be constantly refreshed through rigorous training. I've seen the level of commitment firsthand when my brother worked as a search and rescue pilot, and now as he prepares once again for more exams to take up the work as a pilot with the East Anglia Air Ambulance. This burden of training and demanding hours affects the families of those who serve as much, if not more, than the soldier, police officer, lifeguard, volunteer firefighter, or charity worker. So I'd like to say thank you to you here this evening and to your colleagues, but I especially want to thank your families too. Lastly, I would like to mention to all those working as we speak in Nepal. I know a number of New Zealanders are among those who have offered their expertise to the country in its time of crisis. Nepal is a nation that New Zealand has enjoyed close links with since Sir Edmund Hillary conquered Everest alongside Tenzing Norgay. The people of Nepal are in our thoughts and prayers, and our sincere thanks and best wishes go to all those working on the relief effort. I'd like to end by thanking everyone I've met over the last week for a hugely warm welcome. It really has been a lot of fun. And while it took me 30 years to make it to New Zealand for the first time, it certainly won't be that long before I'm back again. So thank you.